We didn't pay for Coyote Pass all equally. I paid for an entire lot all by myself, at least 92% of it. The rest of the property we all chipped in.
Sister Wives, season 19, episode 19. We're kind of catching up on the recaps that we may have missed for whatever reason. We don't need to talk about it as whatever, okay? But okay, I'll volley that. Did you pay out of the family account that quote?
I was a father to 18 and a husband to more than just Janelle. So we had a lot of places that money needed to go that weren't always Janelle's business. But Janelle was doing the bookkeeping, so some of the bills to be paid by all of us were supposed to be paid by her.
So you guys do me a favor. Don't really do this. I'm not liable because you will go to jail. I want you to go spend some money out of your HR account if you have access to it. And then when the bookkeeper says, what did you spend the money on? Look at them with a little snarky, with a little attitude, maybe poof your ponytail. That's none of your business. So, but the state bar in your area can typically help you find a lawyer if you are. Man, bro. Oh my God. I run things. But you don't even know how to balance a checkbook. Shut up. Red flags just keep coming. Like if I had some, I would just be doing this so much, pulling them out that I would just literally, I would have like that bicep, you know, that usually is from something else.
I honestly have no idea why it was set up the way that it was set up. I wasn't involved in that process. I don't know, honestly, who was. But when we bought it,
Robyn and Kody.
It was in 4 different parcels. Kody is on every single one of them. And Robyn's on 2 of them. And I'm on 1 of them. I remember when we bought the property asking about it, like, why is it that I am only on this property? And Kody had a big issue with the fact that I was questioning it. It's like, help me understand. But because I ask questions, I'm the problem.
Typically, if someone gets mad at you because you're asking questions, 1, you are absolutely asking the right questions they didn't want you to ask. 2, they're probably hiding something. What did he say? He said this a couple seasons back. The woman doth protesteth too much. We still need that word of the day calendar. By the way, if you remember what episode that is, can you comment it? Because I would love to clip that one because there's so many times I could add that to what he's saying, but I don't know if I want to watch that whole season again just to get that clip. Now, I used a large part of the clip of Mary realizing that this may have been some kind of weird plan in the first place, especially because a lot of it just looks planned. It looks planned to really make the favorite wife be in a really good financial position while also leaving the others in just destitution, right? Because he even says at the end of episode 20, oh, they think just because they're getting a divorce, they should get something, so you should be able to keep all their stuff because you got divorced. God, that sounds familiar. We move on to more of Kody's stuff of like, they don't want to help, blah, 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 blah. So basically anything that comes out of his mouth has about the worth of nothing. So there's that. But we keep going. And Mary and Janelle say we should meet up. We should really talk about this. This is a lot of money. This is really important. And I couldn't agree more. Then we jump over to David inspecting the new house that Christine has bought, which is a really, really cute house. And there was a lot of, this is the one thing that I thought was funny. He wants to have a shrimp room in the house. And a lot of people were like, a shrimp room? Who would decorate like that? If you saw the story of what my bathroom looks like, I mean, no comment. Then we jump back over to Coyote Pass and the whole wood cutting comment that I put in part 1 that is just so off-putting. I can't even, I don't want to go back into it. They crack a picnic table. And of course, no one guessed it. Kody decides he doesn't want to sell and Robyn's super sad.
Love Coyote Pass. I always have. It's hard to think of letting it go.
Robyn and I haven't really synced up. We're in different places, and it's an in and out. It's like sometimes I want to keep it, sometimes I want to sell it. And Robyn knows we need to sell it, but sometimes wants to keep it.
I hate it when I think I'm close with someone and then we don't sync up the wording this man chooses. But, it's just the same melodramatic stuff that we've seen literally every episode for like 3 years. Then we jump over to Janelle meeting up with Christine because we got all the new house stuff going on. And they start talking about the rules at the other wives' houses as they grew as a family.
I never really cared much about the knocking. There were people in our family who did. When I first met Kody and we went to Wyoming, it was this weird culture shock to me that nobody knocked. You just walked into houses. And I think over the years that we were there, I just sort of adopted it because it's really easy. It's awesome, you know?
I wanted everybody over whenever they wanted to come over. Robyn's house, way too many rules. You'd have to knock on the door and wait for like someone to come to the door and answer it. What I kind of asked everybody to do was like do an announcement knock because I get completely startled when someone is all of a sudden in my space. Mary, I felt like you had to knock. My kids always felt like there were just so many rules at Mary's house. I've just always been the type that wanted a little bit of a knock as they were walking in. I don't know, if I feel like walking around in the nude, I want to know that somebody's there, so maybe I shouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to go too hard, honestly, on that one because it's personal preference, like if people just walked into my houses, but that's also another reason I wouldn't want to be a member of a plural family. So you can factor that in there. That's okay. Like with Robyn, it's not surprising. Little Miss, I have a note on the fridge that says that you can't take as much food, even though Kody admitted that he was taking large chunks of money to pay bills at her house. So ideally, she probably had a lot of food. She just didn't want to share it. But like I said, it's personal because, like, for me personally, the kids can eat every last scrap of food in this house, even if it means that I go without, so that they can make sure to have full bellies. Then we go into Isabel warming up to David and a lot about how Christine found out that she was fine on her own, especially when she had to take Isabel for the surgery by herself. And she was like, oh, wait, Isabel wants Kody here. I don't. And she was like, that's when I decided I was done. Then I kind of Tarantino sometimes, let's be real. But at the beginning, that part, this is when Kody goes into the money thing and how, oh yeah, you don't need to know how I'm spending the money. Basically, get back in the kitchen, take your shoes off, get pregnant, and stop asking me questions. Then this is where we get to that clip a little bit that you saw in the front. We Tarantino it sometimes, about Kody talking about money and how he was basically stealing from the family.
When we all first started, there was kind of like this thing. We weighed in on what bills should be paid, how we were going to pay, who got priority. And then the last several years, Kody would just take out funds and I don't know what for. And the money was just being spent. And lots of it.
I mean, yeah, cue that original clip. Like, whose business is it anyone's what he spends? Oh, oops. I mean, clearly the man just has a lot of kids and a lot of oh, shit. Everyone needs necessities, you know? You have to teach them. So then they go into the super awkward conversation with Robyn's girls about how many kids they want to have and if they want to get married. And then they go into how they feel about polygamy. And I think it speaks volumes, louder than even I could, which is saying a lot, that none of the kids want to live the lifestyle that their parents did. And they're very vocal about that. That should tell those parents, especially Robyn and Kody, because I think all the parents understand that there were mistakes made, except Robyn and Kody. It was everybody else, not them.
The girls will decide for themselves, and I'm like as mixed about how many kids that they should have as I am about this property
Your decision, bud.
and how appropriate to have this conversation here.
It's kind of an
So that conversation would not be appropriate anywhere, and I do believe in a very real way he was saying he regrets how many kids he had. So if we're gonna go with that, which ones we cutting? Which ones? Oh, all the ones you already don't talk to. Duh. Not to mention, I'm on the fence on how many kids she should have. That's none of your business, and for you to even think it would be is certifiable, sir. Family dynamic is not good. Anyway, that is the end of the episode, and I'll see you soon. So we're going to do episode 20, and then we're wrapped up until maybe April when it comes back.